Look out, Middle Tennessee. Benny is on the beat. Here comes your host, Benny Pulley, going in-depth with singer-songwriters and musicians from across Music City and beyond, with live performances straight from historic WLIJ Studio-B right here in Shelbyville. Benny on the Beat on WLIJ is sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and more in Bell Buckle. Now, let's see what we've got here. Here's Benny Pulley.
This is Benny Pulley with Hopkins Farm Broadcasting on WLIJ. I'm here with Luther Lewis, and Luther's came to visit us, and I think you're out of Nashville, right? Right outside Nashville?
Yeah, right outside of Nashville.
Cool.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yes, sir. We're glad to have you. I've heard a little bit of your Elvis impersonation earlier. That was great.
I love me some Elvis.
That's right, man. You and me both, man. So tell me a little bit about you. When did you start? I know you started at a young age.
Oh, yeah, probably ever since I could talk. I started singing with the radio and my dad's records, and he had all kinds of country, just classic country stuff. You know, we're talking like Merle Haggard, George Jones, Johnny Cash, like all those classics.
All the classic guys.
So that's what I pretty much grew up on.
Well, of course, you know, this radio station, that's all we play. Most of the classic stuff. So
that's my kind of radio station.
Yeah, right. You know, and there's not many of them left, really.
Man,
a lot of them are going to a lot of the newer songs and stuff, which is more, I call it like, would have been like the 60s, 70s rock. Mm-hmm. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. You know, and it's not really country, but a lot of your big, I guess you call record producers, think that's the new wave and that's the way it should go. But if you talk to the listeners that are out here listening, the older generation and some in the 40s and 30s, they like the old stuff.
Oh, man. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, we was doing I believe it was a American Mule and Bluegrass show. Yeah. And a young gentleman, I can't remember his name. He was from Christiana, best I remember, and he sang country. And when he got through, he come down. Me and him was talking. He said, "I listen to y'all station all the time because y'all play the good stuff." Oh. And now he was like 17, 18, 16, 17, 18.
Man, and I'm going, that's good to hear.
Yeah, you know, it makes me feel good that, you know, they're still trying to keep it carried on.
Yeah, you know? So, makes me feel good too.
Now, I know you do singing, you do songwriting. Do you play different instruments beside the guitar or just the guitar?
Mostly guitar and bass.
Bass, okay.
Yeah, and I play downtown a lot. A lot of people hire me to play guitar and bass, you know.
Down there?
And, yeah.
You like it down there in Nashville?
Oh, yeah, it's great. I mean, it's all about the music for me, so, you know, anytime I can play, you know, I'm happy, well, you know.
I understand that. I know I love listening. You know, I could be walking through anywhere, and if I hear music playing, I tend to draw to the music. You know, like if somebody's playing, or if if they got a radio on or something, I'm always drawn to the music. I don't know why. It's just it makes you feel. To me, as I say, it calms the savage beast. Yeah, and it does make you feel good. Yeah, you know, you have your emotional songs, your love songs, your crying songs, your whiskey drinking songs. You got all these kind of songs, but you know, I love just being able to listen to good music.
Yeah, me too. And music is life to me.
It is.
So.
Well, that's good. So now, I know you wrote several, and this first one we're going to do, I think you said was Great Minds Drink Alike?
Yeah, Great Minds Drink Alike. A friend of mine, she just probably, I don't know, 15 years ago, maybe longer than that, she moved to town, and we became friends, and we got together, and this is one of the first songs that we wrote together.
All right, well, let's hear it.
Yeah, so this is pretty much, we wrote a bar song, you know, a drinking song. Yeah. You have to have
you got to have one of them here in Nashville.
Definitely. So this is ours right here. It's called Great Minds Drink Alike.
Now there's a little place just outside of town where we all go to meet and find some common ground. We talk our problems over with Jack, who helps us think. And when the meeting's called to order, we order us a big drink. It's the same old story no matter where you go. Raise your glass, let's drink a toast. Great minds We ponder life one round at a time. Yeah, we don't look like the intellectual type, but we're some two-stepping honky-tonk Einsteins. Here's to us, 'cause great minds drink alike. Now over there sits Billy. We thought he'd go real far. We thought he'd be a lawyer, but he couldn't pass the bar. And Joe graduated with honors in the School of Misery when his wife ran off with another man from down in Tennessee. It's the same old story no matter where you go. Raise your glass, let's drink a toast. Great minds drink alike. Start with Jack Daniels and end with Bud Light. We ponder life one round at a time. Yeah, we don't look like the intellectual type, but we're some two-stepping honky-tonk Einsteins. Here's to us, 'cause great minds drink alike. Listen up now. No matter if your collar is white or blue, at the end of the night, we'll have the same IQ. Great minds drink alike. Start with Jack Daniels and end with Bud Light. We ponder life one round at a time. Yeah, we don't look like the intellectual type, but we're some two-stepping honky-tonk Einsteins. Here's to us, 'cause great minds drink alike. Yeah, here's to us, 'cause great minds drink alike.
All right. I like that part, because if you've seen people drinking a lot, and when they come out, they do have an IQ about the same thing, real low. Yeah. My dad was in motel restaurant business, so a lot of times we get to handle the drunks late at night, and buddy, them come out to be some of them would be just as nice as they could be. Mm-hmm. You could get them to the room, then someone would want to fight before you got them to the room.
Right.
You know, so it was one of those things you brought up around it. And you know, my dad drank. Me, I never did touch the stuff because I just I seen what it did to families, and I just stayed out of it. But but there's so many that is exactly how it is. I mean, really, and especially in Nashville.
Yeah.
You know, I lived down there for, oh gosh, most of my life. My dad was in motel and restaurants, so we'd move back and forth, but we always came back to Nashville.
No kidding.
Yeah,
okay.
So we had I'm not know whether you're familiar with the 4th Avenue, which is Knowles Road, or 8th Avenue, which is Franklin Road. So if you're going toward town, the motel on your right, it was called the Hickerson Motel. It looks like a colonial house, got the columns out front.
Nice.
That was ours. And then if you go over to the 8th Avenue, which is Franklin Road, it was called the Nashville Tourist Court, which was right like 2 doors down from Melrose Theater.
Yeah.
And so I think they got offices in it now. It's like a horseshoe motel, and I think they got offices in it now. It's right close to RCA Victor studio. And so we would have a lot of musicians stay at the motel, and I get to hear them sing like the Imperials. Sang with Elvis. They would be out practicing by the swimming pool, I get to go listen to them,
How cool is
I'm
that?
10 to 11 years old, and I'm going out there listening to them guys sing,
Goodness.
Yeah, and Terry Blackwood, of course, was part of the Imperials, but he sang also with the Blackwood Brothers, the gospel quartet, and he's really good.
Wow.
So,
did you ever join in and sing with them?
No. You have people tell you things over the years, and of course my dad was a big he didn't want me to, like, if I wanted to play basketball, I was 6'2" at 12, and I was pretty good at it. If we played around school, what they call intramural teams, we would play each other, and our team usually won, and because I was height. And I wanted to join the basketball team, but my dad said, no, you can't.
Oh.
And then I said, well, can I be a coach, like a manager? The coach wanted me to be a manager. He said, no, I don't want you to be no flunky. And so from that, and then so one time somebody wanted me to join the chorus, and he said, no, you can't sing, like that. And now I lead singing at church, and I'm going, but and I hate to say it, he was a good man, but the negative things that people insert into your head, you just don't want to try it sometimes, and and so I don't know about you, but I read a little bit about that you were shy in school. Same here, shy, because I was so shy, people make fun of you, of course. My dad made me wear you remember the old Brill Cream? They used to advertise Brill Cream. You slick your hair back. Well, that's what I had to do. And I wore white socks, and they made fun of the white socks. I still wear white socks. They're cooler than the black socks.
They are.
But anyway, so let's get back to the music. So what's our next one we're going to play? And I want to get a little bit of information on it.
Yeah, so I'll do Then There Was You, and that's another one of that me and Paula Jo Taylor wrote together.
Okay.
Probably right after we wrote Great Minds.
All right. Well, I tell you what. Why don't we take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back.
All right.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on 114 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Looking to launch your career as a professional pilot? Hawkins Flight Academy is your destination for modern, accelerated flight training. Based in Shelbyville, Hawkins offers a fast-track professional pilot program that takes you from zero experience to licensed flight instructor in as little as 10 months. So if you're ready to fly with passion, purpose, and precision, remember, at Hawkins Flight Academy, the sky is not the limit. It's home. HawkinsFlight.com. Hello, Trouble. And he's got a friend. It's Benny on the Beat on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle. Now let's send it back to Studio B.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, Benny on the Beat, and I'm with Luther Lewis, and we're talking about songwriting, and he's going to sing one for us, Then There Was You. So tell me a little bit about Then There Was You. Is it just you writing it, or did you have a co-writer with it?
This is another one that I wrote with Paula Jo Taylor, which is a good friend of mine, and we wrote this, we thought maybe a love song would be appropriate, so but maybe an upbeat love song.
Yeah.
So, at the time, I'm a big George Strait fan.
Okay.
So we kind of wrote toward a George Strait kind of thing.
Right.
So, anyway, this is what came out of it.
All right.
Every day I get up, I go to work, it's the same old grind. But that's okay, things were going my way. I thought I was doing just fine. Had no big plans, had nothing in mind that I really wanted to do. Never thought too much about love, and there was you. Like a freight train, it hit me, stopped me dead in my tracks like lightning out of the blue. I never thought this could happen, I never had a clue. Then there was you. Well, I still see the same old places, but they all look different somehow. That same old's not the writer now. Never thought too much about wedding rings or if ever saying I do. Never felt like this before. Then there was you. Like a freight train that hit me, stopped me dead in my tracks like lightning out of the blue. I never thought this could happen. I never had a clue. Then there was you. But bringing our baby into this world sure did prove me wrong. Like a freight train that hit me, stopped me dead in my tracks like lightning out of the blue. Never thought this could happen, I never had a clue. Then there was you. Then there was you. Thank God for you.
All right. That's good. I like that upbeat part of it. Now, that's on this album, CD, Luther Lewis, Then There Was You.
Yeah.
So if anybody... Now, where can they go and pick up the CDs or visit your page?
Yeah, they can go to lutherlewis.com.
Okay.
You can download... any of those songs right there on both CDs.
Cool.
And you can see some videos.
Well, good.
Got some videos on there.
Yeah. Now, how long have you been writing?
Oh, gosh, ever since I was probably 15, something like that. Yeah.
Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
Vaguely, yeah.
Vaguely. Was it
was like a
country or rock or?
It was definitely country. Probably some of like Blue Skies and you know, that kind of
just kind of just like a nature type song.
Yeah.
Cool. So now when you're, of course, songwriting, you know, everybody's a little different. You know, when you sit down and write a song, usually if you're doing it by yourself, what is the main thing that comes to your mind? Do you have a line that you just thought of all of a sudden and you write it down and then you start working off that line, or is it a musical beat that you come up with and then you think, I'm going to put words to it?
It's a combination of all those things. Like sometimes a line will hit me and then I'll write it down, and or a melody maybe would come to mind and I'll either sing it on my phone or something, just something so that I have it documented, and I don't forget it.
Well, I don't write, but me and Jeff did one just here recently, Jeff Batson.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so me and him, I had one I'd had written for like 30 years for my wife, and so we went in the studio here and wrote all the stuff down. I gave him all the stories and all behind it, and then he ends up writing a great song.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good. So hopefully one of these days me and him will get it going. So.
Oh, man, that's great. It's about time, 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years for it, And I said, but I have come up like, I sing gospel a lot, so I come up with songs and I'll have it in my head and I'll try to remember the words. By the time I get to where I'm going, I don't forget.
It's gone.
It's
gone.
Like the tune's gone, the words are gone. I'm going, man, I should tape that or record it or something,
That's exactly why I do that. Whenever it hits, you got to have that, phone.
A lot of people, I guess I'm old-fashioned. I like writing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But with the new technology, the phones, and you can just open it up and hit record.
It's convenient.
It is nice. Yeah. And I never think about it. But in the industry now, do you do a lot of, do you tour or do you do a lot of shows? Do you do a lot of clubs in Nashville? How do you do that?
So I do all of the above.
Okay.
I played downtown a lot. There's all those clubs downtown on Broadway and off Broadway, and I get hired to. Sometimes I get hired just to do like an acoustic, solo.
Okay.
Sometimes I get duos, and sometimes I get hired to play bass or guitar, for different bands or different artists.
Well, Nashville's one of those places. If you're in the music industry of any kind, just come to Nashville, and you're going to find a place where you can play most every night.
Yeah,
basically.
and and you can learn so much, if you move down. And
it's so right now I see you got 2 CDs out.
Yeah.
Are you working on another one?
Yeah, I'm working on new music. Okay. So I guess for another CD would be
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So now, do you usually try? I see most of these. There's a lot of them just you wrote.
Yeah.
So you try to write a lot yourself.
Yeah. And but I love co-writing also. So
I guess when you do co-writing, like I got to a point on that one with Jeff. I got to a point I couldn't come up with no more lines. I just I couldn't think of nothing. And then I told Jeff the story, and then he said he went home and he thought about it, and then he went to bed. And he called me the next morning. He said, "I woke up. I got your song."
Oh, yeah. How about that?
So he said during the night it came to him.
Yeah.
And I said, well, they say when your mind is resting, it a lot of times thinking, And so he got up and he put it to words, all the stuff I'd give him, plus the stuff he made up.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I love that.
So it was great. So now we've got about 30-something minutes left, but tell me a little bit about you, where you came from originally, how you got here. I figure you probably wasn't born in Nashville, but so give me a little bit of where you came from.
Yeah, so I guess so I was born in Korea. My dad was in the Army, and he met my mom in Korea.
Okay.
And they married and had me. And then when he came back to the States, he settled in New Jersey.
Okay.
He was in the Army. And and then I was pretty much raised in Jersey. Went to high school there, and then right after I graduated college, I always wanted to be in Nashville because that's where the country music was.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I was, like I said, I was raised on country, like from my dad's records, from the radio and all, they listened to it all the time. So that's what I listened to, and I loved it, so. And I don't know why, but I just had the urge to just want to sing and play. None of my family did, so it just I guess it's a gift, you just want to do it.
I think so. It's like Chase and me's talked, when he started, he just played musical instruments, and then one day one of the players said, you can sing. and so he started trying it. Now he sings.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to at first. Just play the guitar.
Yeah, and, I had the pleasure of playing with him actually.
That's right. So, I know y'all was at that dinner, and I didn't get to come, but that was great. And he was telling me, he said he loved it.
Yeah, so did I. So shout out to Chase. Good job, man.
Yeah, usually he co-hosted. But today's first of the month, so all the billing has to go out. So he's having to work today. Usually he can goof off with me.
He's listening, though, I guess, right?
Yeah. So your dad was an Army guy.
Yeah. And so
did he retire Army? Did he retire Army?
He retired. Yeah, he retired and settled in Jersey, like I said, and then right after I moved to Tennessee, and he came, and we lived here for the rest, pretty much for my life, and he moved, he met a lady because my mom passed away when I was about probably 18, 17, something like that. So she didn't get to get to Nashville. Well, she didn't get to move to Nashville, but we'd always go on vacations to Nashville, because like I said, I always wanted to be here. I knew I was gonna. So anyway, when she passed, I moved down, and then my dad met a lady from New Mexico, and when they married, he moved with her, and then I stayed here, to New Mexico, and then I stayed here, and I followed my dream, basically, was to play and sing country music and do whatever I could, so, and I was lucky enough to when I was on vacation, I sat in I think it was Printer's Alley.
Oh, yeah.
There was an old place
called Skulls.
Yeah, well, there was there was Skulls, and there's there was a place called Barbara's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to sit in with the band there. They had like jam nights and stuff, and on vacation they hired me. I think the guitar player was out for that next night or something like that, so they hired me to play, and so that was my first job on vacation, was to playing in Nashville.
Well, that's neat.
It was really cool, cool, and I loved it. So
that's it's an experience when you go downtown. If you've never been there, it's a great experience. You know, of course, most people know that my great aunt was one that owned Tootsie's.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it was called Mom's Place, and then ended up being called Tootsie's. But she was my great aunt.
Yeah,
and she would take me backstage at the Opry. I'd get to walk back and meet all the people, and it was a great experience. And
man,
I just enjoyed it immensely. And like my brother, and he would hang out at Skulls. He'd go down there to Skulls because him and Skull was good friends. So they'd hang out there, and so I never did go down to Skulls. But when I was 6 or 7, of course, being backstage at Opry, that was a big thing for me. You know.
Oh man, it is a big thing.
Yeah,
still
so
is.
I know you said you went to college.
Yeah.
So what did you major in? Did you?
Well, see, I had the choice of going for music, but I figured maybe I should do something else besides music, because my parents always wanted me to fall back on something just in case the music didn't work.
Yeah.
So I went to college for electronic engineering and video communications.
Well, that's good.
And I got those 2 degrees, and right after that I moved to Nashville and never used them. Because
but it's one thing about electronic engineering, of course, DJing, radio, any of that stuff's going to take that kind of stuff.
Right.
Video now, with all the videos that they're doing, now you got that too. So you've really got a good round with your music career. So all things lead together, don't they?
They do. So and things happen for a reason, and some things don't happen for a reason.
I agree with that. So we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Looking to launch your career as a professional pilot? Hawkins Flight Academy is your destination for modern, accelerated flight training. Their fleet features technically advanced aircraft with glass cockpit avionics, giving you real-world experience. Training is further enhanced through their partnership with Montlow State's Aviation Simulation Lab. Hawkins trains future airline and commercial pilots through a complete FAA-approved curriculum. If you're ready to fly, remember, at Hawkins Flight Academy, the sky is not the limit, it's home. HawkinsFlight.com.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14, East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Benny on the Beat, and I'm here with Luther Lewis, and we're going over some of the songs, and he's got one he's going to play. It's called Some Things Don't Happen for a Reason, I think is what the bass is, but it's Some Things Don't Happen is the title.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about that song and how you came about.
Yeah, so I got with a songwriter named Gerald Smith, and he's a hit songwriter. He wrote What Part of No Don't You Understand for Lori Morgan, and let's see, a Colin Ray song. It escapes me now, but let me think. Every Second. And so we got together, and we we wrote this song. It's called "Sometimes Things Don't Happen for a Reason," and this is about, like, all the things that you got to appreciate, the good and the bad stuff that happens to you, because that's part of life.
Yeah, I think sometimes say you want something and you're thinking about it, but something comes up and affects you from getting it, but it was because there was a reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a master plan. Yeah, right.
I think God's leading us different directions.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
That's why we wrote this song. So I'm going to play that now, if that's okay with you.
Yes, sir. You go right ahead.
Sometimes things don't happen for a reason, and at the time we may not understand, but everything has its time and season. I guess we're all a part of God's master plan. I didn't get the job down at the new plant in town. I really took it hard the day they called. Oh, but 2 days later, I've got a better offer. I guess things worked out for the best after all. Sometimes things don't happen for a reason, and at the time we may not understand, but everything has its time and season. I guess we're all a part of God's master plan. Then I thought that Jenny Valentine would marry me. She changed her mind and found somebody new. Now I count my blessings that we never tied the knot, 'cause I can't imagine my life without you. Sometimes things don't happen for a reason, and at the time we may not understand, but everything has its time and season. I guess we're all a part of God's master plan. Yeah, we're all a part of God's master plan.
That's good. I really like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I mean, you think about things like that, and and I've had it happen to me. Like you want a new job and you don't get it, and you go and something else comes up, and it's a lot better for you. Yeah. So things happen for a reason. You're right. And I agree with that. Yeah. So
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's something about that. That's a real touching song because I think about all the times you pray about something and you want this to happen, and of course it don't happen, but then something else comes along and it's a lot better than what you was wishing for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. So now, give them the website. I want to make sure we get the website out there for you.
Yeah, it's www.lutherlewis.com.
Okay. And they can find the videos, they can find the songs and all those different things.
Yep. And you can look me up on Facebook, Luther Lewis Music.
Okay. Now, have you got any places that you're going to be over the next couple of weeks that we can tell the consumer about, and maybe they can come out and visit?
Let's see. Well, I'll be doing some acoustic shows downtown, usually every Tuesdays around, 3 3 to 7. It's called Freebird.
Freebird, okay.
Yeah. And then I'll be doing downtown playing guitar for other people.
Right.
And I'll be going out on the road and doing some tribute shows. Like this coming weekend, I've got a George Strait tribute show that I play guitar on.
Well, cool.
And that's a lot of fun. I just love George Strait music. So.
Yeah. Did you get to meet Scott McLeod? Did he come with Chase that time? Did you get the bass player?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing a lot of the ETAs, the Elvis tribute artist things, going out to Las Vegas, New York. He just got back from New York, I think, doing tribute artists for.
That's got to be fun.
And he's a great bass player, and so that's a way to get out and get your stuff. People. I don't know. The more times you can get in front of people, the more your music is like here. You get to play your music now. Now there's big people out there listening today that like your voice probably, and they want to know how to get it, and there'll be people call probably that want to know, and so we'll have to remember that, lookthroughus.com. But, you've got one of those distinctive voices. It's sort of reminds me of a lot of the old country.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, because it's, got Farron Young, George Strait, all those guys. It's sort of a mixture of all, but it's just got that good country feel,
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So we're going to play one more, and then what's the name of the next one we're going to play?
Let's do Hurt Me Not.
Hurt Me Not. Now, how did you come up with that song, and who did you write by yourself, or did you have other writers?
This was co-written by a friend of mine from New Jersey. Back when I was living there, she was singing, around Jersey, and we got together and we penned this one called "Hurt Me Not." It's kind of an homage to like old like Ray Price songs and let's see, Lefty Frizzell.
Oh, yeah, Lefty, yeah.
So, this is called Hurt Me Not. Hope you like it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good.
Hurt me not, don't make me cry. My heart wants someone that won't say goodbye. Hurt me not, I've been there before, and this old heart don't wanna hurt no more. I felt it in her touch and saw it in her eyes. Night after night we were living a lie. When she left, my heart broke like shattered glass. Now it needs true love to mend the past. Hurt me not, don't make me cry. My heart wants someone that won't say goodbye. Hurt me not, I've been there before. Now this old heart don't wanna hurt no more. You say you feel my pain, and you got what I need. A heart full of love and a handful of dreams. If I give my heart to you, my pain will end. But can you promise it won't break again? Hurt me not, don't make me cry. My heart wants someone that won't say goodbye. Hurt me not, I've been there before. This old heart don't wanna hurt no more. Yeah, this old heart don't wanna hurt no more.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
Hurt Me Not. It made me think when you were singing it of the Elvis.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You go, hurt me not.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
That's it. That's what it makes me think of. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com. Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14, East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Hi, this is Benny Pulley with Benny's Woodworks and Discounts. We have proudly been serving the woodworking community since 1982. I would like for you to check out our website, bennyswoodworks.com. If you're like me and you're a woodworker or a crafter, you'll enjoy visiting the site. Everything from hinges, knobs, spindles, pulls, screws, to all kinds of wood turning and supplies. We've got it. And if you don't see it on the site, hey, just give me a call. 1-800-255-1335. And let me know. I just might have it. Benny'sWoodworks.com.
Hello, Trouble. And he's got a friend. It's Benny on the Beat on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle. Now let's send it back to Studio-B.
All right, this is Benny Pulley on Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I'm here with Luther Lewis, and we're going over some of the songs. We've heard some great songs over the past hour, close to it. And we got one coming up here in just a minute, but before we do that, it's got probably a lot of good meaning in it for you for the song. But tell me a little bit about it. We call it Kisses for Kids.
Kisses for Kids. Well, I love kids, yeah, and my heart goes out to the sick kids and the disabled kids. So we wrote this. Me and Julie Taylor wrote this way back when, and we just paying homage to the kids and to their parents, So.
Right, because there's a lot of people. I was thinking about that song you sang a while ago. Things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
There was a person, a friend of mine, had told me about it. She prayed for her kid was sick in the hospital and kept praying for him to quit suffering. Wouldn't have no more suffering. And then she got to thinking about it because she kept seeing little kids being taken out dead. Out of the hospital, and she said, maybe I'm praying for the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. And she was praying for he wouldn't suffer. Well, if he dies, he ain't suffering. So she was thinking, maybe I need to change my prayer.
Yeah.
Would you please heal him or something like that,
right.
And she wasn't thinking, her mind wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
And so then that made her realize that she needs to think,
Isn't that very interesting.
Yeah, about how you pray, because a lot of times you pray thinking you don't, doing it right, but then you get to think about the words you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them to suffer. Mm-hmm. Well, they might answer the prayer, they might not be suffering right now, so sure. That's a big thing when you talk about these kids,
Yeah, it
so,
is.
Kisses for Kids. Let's hear it, Luther.
Okay.
Bill is out today seems normal to you and me. But just last week he couldn't get out of bed 'cause treatments made him weak. And Ann came home in a wheelchair from the clinic this afternoon. Maybe she'll walk again someday since research has been improved. The heroes are the brave little kids. Let's cherish every moment they live. With kisses for kids, that's what they need. Kisses for kids don't cost a thing. Kisses for kids can do so much. Kisses for kids, let's give them love. Marissa's school bus accident made her lose her memories. But with intensive care, hugs and prayers, there's a future for her to see. God bless the moms and dads out there who will never give up hope. Every day's a new beginning. Love's a cure that helps them cope. Let's hear it for the brave little kids and cherish every moment they live. With kisses for kids, that's what they need. Kisses for kids don't cost a thing. Kisses for kids can do so much. Kisses for kids, let's give them love. Kisses for kids, that's what they need. Kisses for kids don't cost a thing. Kisses for kids can do so much. Kisses for kids, let's give them love. Let's give them love. Let's give them love.
Wow, that's good. You know, it makes me think of a lot of these nonprofits that do things. That would be a great theme song for one of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and actually, my friend Julie Taylor, she did start a nonprofit called Kisses for Kids.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to think, boy, that should be a nonprofit for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a great thought, and great words. You know. Had a lot of meaning in that one.
Yeah,
that's good. So let's talk a little bit about you a little more and try to.
I want to talk about you.
What do you want to talk about me for?
I want to know how you got into the country music.
How did I get into radio?
Yeah.
You might not want to know that. Anyway, I was with Paul Hopkins, came over to my house, and I was out at my gate, and he asked me if I would come DJ because they just took the radio station back over. The one who they had sold it to, Rusty Reed. Rusty Reed had a massive heart attack and killed him down in Florida. So when he died, the wife Miss Reed didn't want to do it anymore, and because of the memories, you know.
Yeah.
And so he asked me if I would DJ. I told him, yeah, I could do it, help him out, and then went along a little bit. And I was cleaning for a friend of mine, and you know, I'd had a cleaning business in Nashville for years, and she had gotten rid of one of her help, and she needed somebody to help her, and I helped her. And so this particular time, I was cleaning one of the county buildings, which Paul's daughter works at, which she's one of the partners. And she asked me, she said, would you help us do sales? And I said, I can help you do that. So I was going to do DJ and sales. You know? So then we did all that, and when I got in 2019 is when I came over here. I never thought I'd ever be in radio. You know, I was around a lot of music people in my life, but I never thought about radio. So when I got radio, I decided they was just strictly AM. Yeah. So we went and got they had applied for FM license, but I had to go in and get it all straightened out and get the legal paperwork together, and finally got them licensed FM. Then after that we went to the stream and the apps and all that stuff. So now it's going really good, and we're streaming all over the world now.
Love it. And you're doing such a good job. You're great at this.
Well, I like people.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to like people. And of course, like I was telling you, I was shy and didn't want to talk to people. And a gentleman named Jim Sweeney retired from 3 different places down in Nashville for the same company. They had 3 different companies, and he worked for all of them, and he retired from all 3 of them. And he's the one that got me to talking to people. Made me wait on the counter for auto parts place, and I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And so he got me out of the shell, as they say.
See, things happen for a reason. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and and that's exactly what you're talking about. Now, I know we've talked a lot about your songs, and LutherLewis.com is where you can go to check it out. But I know you do a lot of Elvis. Now, I can't leave this studio without an Elvis song, and I know you know bunches of them, and you don't have to practice. And I don't know what it is about Elvis's music, the old rock, but there's something about him that appealed to so many people over my lifetime. I mean, and I think about it, and I remember a story my dad told me. Elvis was living in Nashville, and they lived right down below one of his, he had like a grocery store and then like a little game room for the kids, like it had arcades and adults could come in and play too, but they had all that, and they had the pinball machines. Well, Elvis would sneak down to the pinball machines to play the pinball machines, and his mother caught him, and she would drag him out by his ear and take him back home. He said many a times he'd seen her come down and get him, and that's how she got him out, pulled him by the ear.
That's awesome.
So, you don't ever think about that, but I know you do it, and I know you do the glasses and the whole works and do the whole Elvis thing, but I would just like, before we leave, just to hear a good Elvis song. You pick out whichever one you like.
All right, well, see. I got to back up a little bit.
Back up. There you go.
Well, that's all right, Mom. That's all right with you. That's all right, Mama. How we do. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Any way you do. Well, Mama's at home. Papa don't hold me too. Son, I got you dealing with shit. I'm good for you. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Any way you do. I tell you, I do. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Any way you do. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Great. Now, Luther, I want to say it's been a pleasure interviewing today.
My pleasure.
Is there anything that you would like to talk about before we go off there? We got about a couple of 3 minutes. So, is there anything you want to say? Have you got a new song that you would like to try out on the radio to get people to listen?
Let me think. I don't have anything prepared right now. So, but I just want everybody to, be good to everybody.
Yeah, that's the key in everything we do.
Yeah.
Be kind to people.
Be kind.
Yeah, it's just a messed up world we live in.
Oh my gosh,
and we've got to learn to cooperate with people.
Yeah.
And the stuff that's going on in our country, like the road rage with people and different things, all the protests and all. We just got to get together.
We need more love.
That's exactly. I agree with you.
Need more love in the world.
And a lot of truth to that. Yeah. If you keep and the way I understand it, I remember a guy named Stalin, if you remember, from Russia. He said, I could destroy America without ever raising a gun. And you go, okay, how could you do that? He said, by destroying the American family, I can destroy America. And basically, he's doing it without ever raising a gun. Because the American family has been broken up. And I don't know whether you remember it, but I know when I was a kid, we all sit at the table together. We all eat together.
Yeah.
Usually we had a prayer before we eat. And today, want to be eating at TV in his bedroom, want to be eating in, and you're not together.
Yeah.
And so the breaking up is already started. So we've got to get them the family back together.
Yeah, we need to come together.
Yeah, and if we come together with the family, then all the rest of it will fall in blind.
Yeah.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's the key to most of it. It's just we've got to take more pride in our family.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't know about you, but I mean, over my lifetime, I've been to a lot of funerals of a lot of family members. And used to, when my mother and dad was alive, back when I was 10, 12, 15, somewhere in that area, we went to all kinds of family reunions. You know, we'd have one for one family, one for the other, and we'd go, and, you know, and this was, you know, all the time. And then it got to where no more family reunions, nobody, I mean, you didn't know your cousins, you didn't know nobody.
Yeah.
And, you know, you think about that, and it's just how sad it is, you know. And like when we see them at funeral homes, I'd say, we need to get together. We don't need to just come to a funeral home to visit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, get to visit before they die, you know. Maybe that needs to be a song. Let's go visit before we die.
Yeah. Man. But you're right.
Yeah.
Definitely right.
Yeah, and but it has been an honor for me to have you here, and I'm glad you came.
Thanks for having me.
I want to maybe one day, or me and Jeff, I think we're going to do a Christmas special.
Oh, yeah.
In November. Maybe we can get you to come in with Jeff and y'all do a Christmas thing.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be really good.
Cool.
And but we're going to do it, I think, in November. I can't remember the dates, November 20-something. But anyway, we'd love to have you come back and do it again.
Sure.
But y'all check out his CDs. The one I've got here is Luther Lewis, then there was you, and then we got Luther Lewis, Rock Association. Is that what it's saying?
Oh, Kick
Association. Man, that's why I don't have my glasses on.
All good.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us. Thank you guys for listening, and I appreciate it. And when we get our video out there, y'all make sure you share it for me. All right. Till next time.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14, East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.